Transparency is fundamental to organizational accountability, and it is for this reason that in 2011, world leaders agreed on a global shift and adoption of a common, open standard for electronic publication of timely, comprehensive, and forward-looking information on resources provided through development cooperation. This agreement is supported by the International Aid Transparency Initiative, IATI, a multi-stakeholder initiative that seeks to improve the transparency of development and humanitarian financing and results in order to increase their impact. IATI sets a common global benchmark for transparency and brings together donor and recipient countries, civil society organizations, and other experts in aid information who are committed to working together to increase the transparency and openness of aid. UNICEF is fully committed to transparency in our own work. As a signatory to IATI, we are committed to making information about our programs and operations, as well as funds spent, easier to access, understand, and use. These transparency efforts are enabling UNICEF to significantly scale up the quality and depth of its open data, while making data publications more timely, comprehensive, forward-looking, and accessible. Fueling the drive for transparency in UNICEF has been the combination of high-level internal support, an improved technical infrastructure that allows for efficient automation and publishing of data, as well as considerable commitments from UNICEF colleagues worldwide to continuously improve data quality and comprehensiveness in reporting. UNICEF launched a web portal, open.unicef.org, to improve access to its program and financial data and keep the public up to date on how and where it uses resources to achieve results for children. This portal, with its interactive geodata and flow visualization, allows users to intuitively search, filter, group, and generate information by attributes such as program areas, funding source, and geographic locations. For instance, one can learn of UNICEF's investments in programs such as education, health, and child protection globally, details of individual programs, finances, and results in a particular country and for a specific year, and the resource partners supporting these programs. Monthly updates are provided on activities taking place in 128 UNICEF offices around the world. The portal also provides easy access to a growing number of key documents related to our programs, such as country program documents, annual reports, thematic reports, audit reports, evaluations, procurements, and contracts. Over time, richer public data will allow our reporting burden to be reduced, as program-level information will already be available for use by donors, government and civil society partners, academic institutions, and beneficiary communities through open.unicef.org. UNICEF's program data is now mapped to SDGs and sector codes used by recipient country governments in their own national plans and budgets, demonstrating our commitment to national development and support for national ownership of the SDGs. The product of this commitment is evident in UNICEF's progressively improved score in the annual Aid Transparency Index, the global ranking of the world's major donor organizations according to how much information they provide to the public on their finances and results. UNICEF is also recognized as the organization that has made the most significant progress since 2013. These achievements confirm our ongoing efforts to make the agency more efficient, responsive, collaborative, and better able to deliver on its commitments to children and to the principle of transparency. As a vocal advocate for greater transparency and accountability, we acknowledge that the key lies in the use of open data to drive global efforts towards more efficient and effective use of aid. And for this reason, UNICEF's commitment to transparency has been translated into actions beyond the organization, collaborating with other stakeholders. We are actively engaged in UN interagency efforts as a member of UNBG's Transparency Task Team. Starting in 2016, UNICEF is also one of 6 organizations overseeing IATI's global governance. Being open to the public and all stakeholders who are, by default, data auditors, has given considerable impetus to UNICEF's internal efforts to improve the accuracy, completeness, and reliability of information that is captured in our systems. The challenge now is to move the discourse beyond compliance to the IATI Common Standard to one where transparency underpins UNICEF's continuing efforts to be more efficient and effective in its delivery of development and humanitarian results for children. Visit www.unicef.org/transparency to learn more about UNICEF's Transparency Initiative. Go to open.unicef.org to access details of UNICEF's work in 128 countries worldwide. Your feedback, thoughts, and suggestions are most welcome and can be sent to this email address, transparency@unicef.org.